If you guys
26.
would please just put your cell phones on Do Not Disturb. And we'd like to call the meeting to order, and all board members are here, so we have a full board. And stand for the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, proof of meeting notice is out. And board members, if you look at the minutes. If I have a motion when you're ready to.
I move that we accept the minutes from the June 18th meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Board updates, and we'll do David ACC first.
Well, so we're gonna do all ours after? Okay.
Yep. Yay, we're on. Ready for other young people? I will leave it on. Good evening, welcome. I'm Dave Sterricks, Chairman of the ACC, for those who don't know. I have some other members here, Shar, Dave, two other people. Our July meeting was held recently. We had 24 requests, 23 of them were approved, no denials. One's pending because they had a violation, and we're going to be monitoring that violation for until next meeting. Just for those who don't know, when there's a violation involved, we don't look at the process until the violation has been cleared. We had 15 residents that attended that meeting. We are planning an upcoming review of community standards. Community input is welcome. The first idea would be to contact us through the Tradition ACC email account, or talk to an ACC member, or come to an ACC meeting. So if you have any issues or thoughts about what the current community standards are and how they can be improved, please let us know. Like last time, we will do our own quick review to determine those areas to look at, and then deep dive those areas. We will then put on our agenda topics for review for anyone that would like to attend and discuss the area. What we did break it down last time on certain meetings, we would look at certain areas and concentrate on those items. Reminder, we are coming up into political season, so elections are coming up, political signs. One political sign, no larger than 24 inches by 18 inches high, or a garden flag up to 16 inches long, may be displayed in front of landscape beds adjacent to the house, up to 30 days before a local, state, or federal election. Removed within 48 hours of the election. Now, if your person wins, and they go on to the following election, your sign needs to come down until the 30 days comes up. Sign or flag cannot display offensive language. And the next ACC meeting is August 13th.
Thanks, Dave. That's, I don't know.
Good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank all the people that came to our July 4th dinner. It was a real blast. We had a bit of a dance afterwards as well. A lot of people attended. We ran 225 people through the line in less than 30 minutes. We beat our time from last year. And I'd also like to thank all the people that contributed, gave us contributions to it. We made a little bit of money, and that money will be forwarded on then to other veteran veterans 501c3s to help veterans in the future. Our next meeting will not be until Thursday, September the 3rd. So you can keep that in mind. There's a few things coming up, and I asked our commander, Richard Hurt, what he wanted me to say today, and he said, just remind them the ceremonies that are coming up. We will have a 9/11 ceremony on September the 11th. That generally is at 9 o'clock. We may move that. If we do, you're going to have plenty of time that we will let you know in advance. October the 17th is going to be the Veterans Trivia Night. So for all of those of you who love trivia, we'd like to see you there. Veterans Day will be November the 11th, a Wednesday. That will be 11 o'clock traditional time. And I suspect that that will be followed by a luncheon. And people will have to sign up for it, but I suspect at this point there will be no fee for that. We will take contributions. And the last thing, which Marcia Kaczynski will want me to announce because she is behind running it, is we're having a Christmas extravaganza on December the 19th. And if you've ever seen anything that Marcia's done, she knows what she's doing. She was a professional performer. So those are the things we look forward to. If you are a veteran, or you know of a veteran, and they want to get in touch with us, you can have them call me and Taylor. My name's in the book. Phone number's in the book. Or you can have them call Commander Richard Hurd, and we will get back with you over any veterans' concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Gary.
I'm Gary Beck. I'm the CAP coordinator. The few months that we've had this program going, we have had a lot of progress. First off, I'd like to announce that we have a new member since the last meeting, Gary Bruce. We would like to since we have been having this program going, we have identified several teams coming into our community, fishing and kind of harassing the gators. We have brought that to an end. They have not been back for a month. We have identified several solicitors, even yesterday, through a team coordinated effort, they identified a door-to-door solicitor, and they were able to track him down and encourage him to leave the neighborhood. We will continue doing that. So we are making progress in helping to keeping the people out who should not be. We are still looking for volunteers. I highly encourage you to volunteer. It's really an easy program to be involved in. You can walk, bicycle, use your golf cart, use the patrol car. It's your choice, and it's very flexible in how often that you go out and patrol. And we find that it's quite enjoyable. We get to get out and interact with the neighborhood and the residents as we're going out. Please consider volunteering. I got some applications with you tonight, and I'd be happy to get them.
Well, that's
Good evening. I just want to remind you that we meet the third Wednesday of the month at 10 o'clock in the morning in the craft room, and we welcome all the residents to come and input with our activities events. I'm very excited to let you know that we recently received an email. Our committee now has a mailing address where you can send us notes, suggestions, ideas, or whatever's on your mind. We'll be checking that quite frequently. And our address is traditionsevent6@gmail.com. We have a dance tomorrow from 7 to 9, we can still sell tickets till noon. It's very nice. I know it's a solo, but he's the lead singer for a band, and really good. Unfortunately, his band wasn't available. Now we have fun. We're still looking to update our calendar. We have a lot of things planned, and I want to get the calendar all updated, and I want to get it emailed to everybody. So you see something in advance, and you can kind of, if you're interested, you can to put it on your calendar. We also are sending out an email. We're trying to put together a car show, actually car, truck, and motorcycle show, and looking for interest to see if there's enough people that want to participate. So please let us know on that. And we're also in the final plans to plan a pet Halloween costume parade, 10 o'clock on Halloween, the 31st. And we are planning on having trunk or treat that same day as we had last year, which a lot of people enjoyed. And that could be from 4 to 7. So we have we're already planning for 2027 and quite excited, and we're also coming up with ideas other than bands. Thank you.
Sir?
Thanks, Tom. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is David Vandenberg. I am the leader of our CERT team. CERT stands for the Community Emergency Response Team. And before I say anything, I'd like to have all the CERT members that are here stand up, and I'd like to give them a round of applause. Great people. They give a lot of their time and energy to this, and they do it for our community. So thank you guys and gals. I appreciate you. Membership update. As of this reporting period, Tradition Service has a total of 24 active members. We do have 2 residents that have committed and will be going to the training in October. So we'll add 2 more to our team, and just want to let everybody know there is still room in October to go to training if you so wish. And if so, I'll be here after the meeting for a while. Feel free to come up to me. I'll get you information on how to get signed up. And truly, it's a blast. You just want a lot of good stuff. Moving on, recent activities. We just had our July meeting a couple of days ago. In that meeting, we had an ICS, which stands for Incident Command System Training Exercise, in which different members of the team assume the role of being the leader, the incident commander. And what that involves. They had to make decisions such as assigning available resources to different teams, such as search and rescue, medical team, logistics, etc. They had to deploy those resources in a timely manner, and we made sure that it was during a time which is quite candidly extremely stressful. And you know what? They did a phenomenal job. And they just keep honing their skills and getting better and better every day. So you've got a great group of people in here. Future activities moving forward, we will continue that training that consists of search and rescue exercises, medical exercises, health and well-being checks after an event, and organizational skills. And as we all know, I'll finish with this, hurricane season is here. But I also want to talk about something else other than hurricanes, and that's tornadoes. Tornadoes happen extremely fast, and most of the time with very, very little notice at all. So I just want to encourage everybody here, when you see the dark clouds, you hear the thunder, you see the lightning, have a weather radio on, be watching the TV, the radio, however you communicate with outside. But if you get in the morning to take shelter, take shelter. I mean, it happens, and the winds can be in excess of 200 miles an hour and do a lot of damage really, really, really quick. Fun fact, in 2024, as as a rain event. But what a few people actually knew is that there were actually 126 tornado warnings issued just in the state of Florida as it came in, and we had 46 tornadoes actually touch down. That's devastation. So again, you can't take tornadoes lightly at all. So don't go out and try to watch them, get in the room and let it go by. So that's really all I have tonight. If the board has anything, I'll be happy to answer any questions. And, if not, our mission remains to do the greatest good for the greatest number of people. Thank you.
Councilman Devlin?
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm Maxie Jones and I lead the hospitality team here in Traditions. And what that means is that we welcome the new residents that we have. The way we do that is by we make them welcome. So far, since we've been in active this year, we've made 19 baskets that have come in. We send out cards too, but you know, everybody can send out a card. So it just doesn't have to be us. If somebody is having a hard time or something like that, you know, by all means, let them know and let me know, or I'll send them one from our team. Make sure they get them. We are having a Meet Your New Neighbor on the 30th from 2 to 4. We want everybody to come. A little confusion, people are thinking that it's only for the new residents. It's not. It's for them to meet their neighbors and you to meet your neighbors. And I wanted to clarify that. The hospitality meeting I've changed to the 4th Tuesday of each month at 10 a.m. because we got a lot going on that 3rd Tuesday. So, and you're all more than welcome to come. We always take auxiliary members. You can always help us. We need help. And that's it. I hope everybody has a good night.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna do board updates. I'll start with Frank.
I have nothing.
Kathy?
Hi, everyone. I have a few things today. One of the things that I wanted to let you guys know, if you don't already know, is that the board cannot really get together as a group unless it's in this type of setting. We can't talk to each other, you know, one-on-one we can, or in the hallway or whatever, but we can't get together to talk about things. So I have a couple questions that I'm hoping that our board members can answer for me. One of them is are we doing anything about the Tico light poles that have no glass and they're broken? Is Tico,
Those have been replaced.
none on the south side? They have? I was just.
We have one pole on the south side.
Bent.
No, it's not removed. It's gonna be removed.
Oh, it's gonna be removed?
Yes.
Okay. And I also wanted to ask, is anyone actually renting the boat slips? Okay, because I noticed on the report there was no income for the boat slips.
They pay either 6 months
Oh,
in a year. So
okay,
it's all gotten.
I see, okay. Those questions. I've also noticed recently that I'm not sure who actually contacts the office or how this is done, but we have different activities like the pickleball and the pool activities that have added days onto their schedule. And I'm a little concerned about how many times a week and how often they're doing those things. When people would like to be able to use the pool, we can't, generally use it in the mornings on certain days because there's classes. Or, in the afternoons now, there's pool volleyball a couple of days, and I heard a rumor that they want to add more. And then the pickleball is the same way. They're every single day, several times a day sometimes. So I just want to bring that to the board's attention if you don't already know it, and see if we can maybe put a squash on adding more for the time being until we can make sure that we're allowing the residents to be able to use the facilities that we have that are not done by groups. I hear a lot of mumbling. And I'm not, I'm certainly not, I'm not criticizing pickleball or the pool volleyball or anybody else. I'm just saying that people have said to me, I can't use the pool because there's always some group using it. I haven't found that to be true, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention. But still, if you're using half a pool for volleyball, it's uncomfortable for other people to be at the other end. Yeah. Oh, true. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Could we just kind of take a look at it and make sure that we're all on the same page?
And the office doesn't know.
But if they can't
Because
do
they
that.
played pool volleyball today, we didn't know it.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. We need to have some kind of, it's not on the calendar. So if,
Wednesdays,
they have Wednesdays and Sundays.
right, but if there's a group of people out there and they say, oh, the pool volleyball stuff is right, let's get the game going.
Yeah, right, I understand that, but it's just adding,
I would like Kathy, for Bill City, and you to look at the calendar, make sure that you set aside time during the day, morning and afternoon, for free pool use.
yes, that's basically
To
what
make sure, if you have, if anybody has a group that wants to schedule, make sure it goes back to the office.
Right. That's how we could solve
Generally,
it.
the classes in the pool are first thing in the morning, and then it's.
Right. Well, until 11, if their classes till 11, right? Not every day though, they're not every day, right? So there's that, and, that was all I had. So thank you very much.
The only thing I have is I'm very excited about my new ad hoc committee. I have 10 applications. I know, I was very excited. So the next couple of weeks, we'll be sending out an email to the people who did send in their application, and we'll set up a 15-minute meeting over the next couple of weeks, so you can look at the time and the date and kind of sign up for those. And it might be over 3 weeks, I'm not sure, I need to get with posting. But Joe and I will meet with the individuals, and 10 is a lot, so I'm just excited. I want to thank everybody for applying. There's a lot of great people on here, so I'm excited. Thank you. Oh, and I have the treasurer's report, I'm sorry.
Minimal.
Okay, so we have 2 months because we didn't have it last month. So what I did was a comparison, so that way you'll see. Everybody hear me back there? So it shows the current month in operating cash, it went up from 726 to 737. Our interest on operating accounts obviously went up. Our total reserves, 2.6 million, and the current month is 2.7. The interest earned in reserves it went up from 34,000 to 40,000. The total spent in pooled reserves, and that shows you for the painting and other things that we have in pool reserves, that went up by $8,000. Now, the monthly interest on CDs went down a little bit because there's a couple of renewals and the interest rate went down a little bit. So you'll see it went down a couple $100. And, but year to date, we're up. We went from 25,000 to 30,000 on interest. That's not all I know. It's just kind of cut and dry.
Thank you.
Just a few reminders, if there's anything for the newsletter, the cutoff is on the 15th of the month prior to when the newsletter is going out. We are working on the directory for the 27th and 28th. I would appreciate you filling it out even though your information maybe has not changed. The aerobics room, this is a reminder, will be closed all of next week because they're installing the new flooring. Bonnie and I and Linda will be working on the budget. I've already started working on it. And I wanted to kind of just give you a brief, if I can read the small print I printed. People ask me what Gary does around here. And so just a tad bit of a few things. He installed a lock in the two locks in the conference room cap. He replaced floor panels of the gazebo. He put a new light on the flagpole. He's changed the door handle in the massage room, added windscreens, or helped with the windscreens at the pool. Sprayed wasp nests at the basketball court. Sprayed for ants by the kitchen. He put up the golf cart parking signs that are out there now by the new ramp. He shortened the fans in the gym so that the cameras are able to view everything that goes on. The water fountain near the ballroom froze, so the motor had to be replaced. It just signage to the gas shutoff valve we had to put on for fire restrictions. I mean, Gary does so many things that people just get flabbergasted for people to come up and say, well, what does he do? He is the kindest gentleman and works so hard. Anyway, Kim K Electric came and we have upped the amp pitch in the kitchen. So hopefully now when they plug things in, we won't be running circuit breakers. And the pool handles were returned or recovered for the gym. And those of you that aren't aware of Casey, who is a representative for Floral Lawn, he has been in the hospital for 2 weeks. So if the landscaping's gone a little more, he will be back on Monday. And we ask you to please don't put broken furniture in the gazebo. Gary had to go down and remove all the broken furniture and then call the city of Winter Haven to come and pick it up, especially during hurricane season, because he's the one that would have to go down and remove all that in case of a storm. And I think that's about it.
Thanks, Rosie.
Oh, let's say this all. I just wanted to piggyback, Dave, you mentioned political signs. I received my ballot in the mail, and my mom and I have filled them out so I can return them. Remember, the people in the city and the county say that the people in this neighborhood, especially 55 and plus, don't vote, so we don't have to listen to them. And, too bad about whatever happens. I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but what I am going to suggest is that you look carefully at the ballot for city and county positions and think back over the last couple of years about those people who may be incumbents that have not supported the things along Thompson Nursery Road. If you have any questions, you can see me after the meeting off the record.
So, anyway, let your vote count, okay? No matter whether you're Republican, Independent, or whatever. And we must say, and I'm going to do kudos to Susie Zimmel over here, because voting records are readily available on the county and elections department. And I have a printout for all the people in this community that are registered voters. So if you know somebody that's away and they haven't filled out their ballots, you know, again, let your voice be heard. If things don't work out like we want them, think back about what we did and come out of the situation. Thank you. Okay, moving right along, two things. Publix. We tried to assure Publix not to panic yet because about 35 to 40% of our people aren't here. And some people go in and there's maybe one or two people in the store. So I've just reassured them along the way. So that said, we do have an issue. We've had an issue since 2020 with water on the property. And just, you know, some background for you that if you stand at Ruby Lake and you look down the back side of Publix, and that's right up there. I think Dulcie has the red little market back behind Publix over on the left side. Right. And our fence is along there that backs up to the houses. So right over on the far left where Lake Ruby Road is, that's 136 feet above sea level. Okay? Now, if you move over to the right-hand side of that picture, again, where the Publix is, they come down that black line going along there, that's 132 feet above sea level. When Publix, you know, did their building, they brought in a lot of fill, and their parking lot is a good 4 feet above our 10 feet. So the picture on the right-hand side is from the houses. That's directly behind Publix, and the house is there. The point here is that on the left-hand side where our fence is, the grading slopes to the right over to the swell that runs all the way back to the back corner, right back there. There's a drain. So we had a couple of downpours, and the houses on Raleigh had absolutely no water in their backyards. Yeah, they do. Okay. However, those along the right side, the east side of the parking lot, those that live in the cottages, and Dulcie, if you go to the next slide. Okay, the slide over here on the left side is the east side, and what we have there is the cottages. The cottages, the fence line sits 4 feet below parking lot. And when they graded it from their property line down to the fence line. This is something we documented. I have 170 pictures over the last couple of years of during construction. And we pleaded with them, make sure it's done. Yep, well, their swell sits on the other side. You see the tree line where they put in their nice row of trees or irrigation runs. Anyway, on the left-hand side of those trees, there's a swell. And all their water coming off the parking lot runs right about where that red dot is. And they'll see, yes, there's a drain there. And all of their water runs into that drain, which is 2 feet higher than our property line. So, we had flooding in the cottages when we had the downpour. And I met last Wednesday morning with the city planner, Sean Meyer. I met with the city engineer, Ahmad Khan, and the assistant engineer, Drew Morrison. We went over every picture for the last 6 years. And in the end, they said, well, there was flooding there to start with, so we're not going to worry. And Publix followed their building thing. And as far as they're concerned, Publix has done what they were supposed to do. There's nothing the city's going to do. So I said, well, give me a recommendation. The recommendation is that we find an engineer that will come in and give us an estimate on creating a swell that, if you look at the tree line on the left-hand side, so that 10 feet from where the red dot is, from their tree line to our fence belongs to us, they suggest we put in a swell there, get an estimate, and swell would come down. There on the right-hand picture, you'll see the drain. It's right under the public sign on public's property. That would come to there, get an estimate, and then give it to legal, and legal can approach Publix for a financial contribution for goodwill. So, with that said, and I came back and I shared that Debbie Reed has been very patient with the whole process because she sits on that back wall. So I talked to Debbie about what they had said. Joe and Dulcie and I, on a Zoom conversation this last Monday, met with our legal team moving forward. So what we have done at this point, they referred and forwarded a recommendation on the engineer that they recommend. I've got hold of somebody here locally. We have one appointment set, earliest is August 18th. They'll come out for a quote-unquote free estimate. The company I talked with this afternoon, Andy from Woods Engineering, that was recommended by legal, said they're booked up the rest of the year. But he did give me 2 other engineers, and I'm waiting to hear back from both of them. So where we are at this point is we've done everything the city has told us to do. We've reached out to legal to finalize this, and we're waiting for some estimates. That's where we are with the public. Okay. All right. And if you have any questions, I'll be here afterwards or at the end. Okay, Jay Jarvis and traffic signal. I have a wonderful team of about 10 people that have met several times. One gentleman has contacted the state, and I love this, because the state sent it right back to, I think it's Bill's, saying that this was a county road, they didn't have anything to do with it, so they threw it back to the county. Last October the 7th, at a county commission meeting, the county accepted $3.6 million from the state Department of Transportation for a grant, and lo and behold, they are financially supporting this. So we're back to the state. The last conversation, email that I sent to Jay Jarvis last week, which again talks about what we don't generate enough traffic enough. Anyway, so we did a comparison chart from the 2 traffic signal award that they sent us. We had increased in 18 months, 40% across the board on our 8 peak hours. I made a chart, turned around, and get right back to Jay Jarvis, and his response immediately was, take a lead. Anyway, he literally said, this is a dead issue. As far as he was concerned, we talked about do it now instead of the future, so you don't have the expense a couple of years down the road of turning up the road, putting it in and starting all over again. His last comment was, well, the cost is minimal down the road, you don't have to go back and redesign this. But he said, as far as he was concerned, because our property is built out, that there won't be any more generation of traffic going out of Traditions Boulevard. However, we did find some additional statements from the lady that's in charge of the signaling, and she talks about wait time. So we're going to be starting a project that will involve busy times, and even if you can document it and give me some information, and I heard somebody say, well, they were there one time at 9 o'clock in the morning, it took them 5 minutes to get out. Those are the kind of things, and Amy Gregory is the person in charge of the traffic signals, and she said to Jarvis, and I have it in writing, that 60 seconds is too long to wait. Okay? And that's the next email that goes back to Jarvis with her quote. So if you have issues, if you'll get them back to us, that's the next step. And we're now pursuing this as part of the design for the road widening project. And as stupid as, and I will kid you not, and I will read it exactly to you, his statement was, well, maybe instead of putting a signal and worried about people coming across, we're just going to make a solid median from Ruby Lake down to Lake Ashton, so that the people on the south side, when they want to go to Publix, you make a right-hand turn, go down, make a U-turn, come back. Okay, that was his last suggestion. And so, my team, will be working on addressing some of his stupidity, along the way, but, that's where we are, political votes and traffic things, so thank you very much.
I just also want to thank Linda for the numerous amount, I don't know how many hours she has invested in her team.
Yeah.
But so long as she's been doing this, her haircut should look like mine. So, thank you. Then I have a couple things. Last month I said that we had some things missing from the gym. I said that we weren't going to stand for it. The problem's been corrected. So that won't happen again, hopefully. Just remember, it's not yours. It's yours to use. Everybody owns it, but when you take things from the community, you're taking it from yourself. So please, just use it. And if you see signs up that say, don't enter. And my last comment on that is, our vendors are very important people to us, and they're humans. Please treat them the way you want to be treated. Because we are not going to stand for residents that have confrontations with vendors for crazy reasons. And the police were called last week for this incident. So, just so you know, between CAP, Learning and Patrolman, and us, we're not putting up there anymore. So, we want to keep it a safe, happy community. Okay, Kathy Kapinski, I want to thank you. Kathy is resigning as the liaison for the events committee. I want to thank you for your year, a little over a year plus.
Yep. About a year.
And later on in the new business, we'll be voting a new liaison. But again, thank you for that.
Welcome.
We're going to remember Clement, if anybody's been here the last couple of months, we're going to talk about our item, then we'll open it up to the floor and then vote on it. And then only on new agenda items, and then close the meeting, we're going to hang around for 15 minutes. If you have anything else you want to talk about, you can talk about it. Okay? So the first item on the new business is
We're moving.
is the liaison for the events committee. So you have to resign. You have someone that I think volunteered.
I did.
And it was Bonnie. So do I have a motion to, oh no, sorry, before we vote on it. I want to open it up to the floor. Any comments on the new liaison for the events committee?
Thank you, Donna.
You sure you don't want me? Any other
Joe,
comments?
Joe, we have to have a motion first, discuss it, and then ask.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay,
You want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that Bonnie become the new liaison.
I second it.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the floor?
Hi.
The second thing
So
on the business is we're going to set a budget meeting date, and Elsie came up with a possible October 22nd. It's a Thursday, correct?
I'm good.
What date did you say?
October
October
22nd
22nd.
at 10 a.m.
Okay.
You?
So that would be scheduled to be.
Alex,
Alex will come, so we'll have to do
what
it.
time?
Okay. We'll just switch around.
Yeah.
That's fine. Linda, you good with the 22nd? Kathy?
I'm good.
Motion to have the budget meetings for October 22nd at 10 a.m.
Make a motion that we have the budget meeting for October 22nd
I second.
Open it to the floor, any conversation about the budget meeting? It'll be board meeting too. Yeah. It'll be at 10 a.m. That would normally be our night meetings, we're going to try to once a quarter, but Alex has to come in. Any other? All in favor for a budget meeting on the 22nd at 10 a.m.?
Aye.
That's it, our new business. Motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn at whatever time it is.
I seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, anybody else have anything to say, please, if you want to, please come up to the podium.
Oh,
Oh, shoot. Hang on, Joe. Our next meeting date, I think it'd be the 27th.
Oh, 27th of August. Yeah.
27th of August. At 10 a.m. Is that okay?
Yep.
You're going to call the meeting back.
Yeah, I'll have to call back to order. I'll call me back to order. The 27th of September. August, sorry. 10 a.m. Good.
good for me.
I move that we have our next meeting on August 27th, Thursday at 10 a.m.
Second. Favor?
27th.
27th.
The 4th, yeah, it's gonna be the 4th Thursday.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Joe.
Good evening. A little history. When most of us moved here, we had two separate maintenance fees. Maintenance fee to maintain the homes, the property, and the bushes and trees, whatever, and a separate maintenance fee for the clubhouse. Because we did not own the clubhouse. Lenore owned the clubhouse, and they set the rules, they set the fees, they did all of that. Well, currently, we own the clubhouse. We're paying our loan, but we do own it. I think it might be time to consider having some guest passes that we don't have to pay for, okay? And my recommendation would be 1 month, or a total of 12 per year. Now, when you use your guest pass, it's good for a week. If you only use it for 2 days, it's good for a week, you didn't use it, you lose the other 3 days. 12 a year does not accumulate. In other words, you get 12 starting in January, okay? You use them up by December, you've used all 12. You use 6, you lose 6. They don't accumulate to the following year. You start again brand new. But I think at this point, since we're all paying for the clubhouse itself, okay, with the loan, that guest passes should be considered. Thank you.
Thank you. John, did you put in writing some questions?
Yeah.
Your proposal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So I'll put in the whole rules.
No, you need to do it now, Joe.
Or, yeah. Thanks, John. Anybody else?
Hi, I'm Shirley Nanger. I live on the south side. This is for Linda. The stupid person who wanted to put a median all the way down to Lake Ashton, how do they want Southsiders to get over there? We need four-wheelers or to get over here to it? We have to go down to Lake Ashton in order to use our amenities here.
I don't know if you can go for it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thanks, Shirley. Anybody else? Nobody?
You guys are
No
awesome.
question?
Good, thanks. Oh. We're gonna be here a little while if you want to talk to us. I have a question. Night meeting, you're all here. Most of it comes every day too. Like the night meeting, don't like the night meeting. Well, you should work, yes.
But
Okay. So right now, we're planning on we're gonna do it like once a quarter. Now, the October one's gonna be messed up because of the budget, but we'll get back on track. Okay? All right, thanks everybody for coming. Enjoy your